In my last video, I detailed getting down to the Alps in an electric vehicle, a Tesla Model 3, and the trials and tribulations of doing so, taking me 32 hours. I did promise to detail whether I actually got back, so here it is. Here's the return journey. Let's find out whether I made it. Here we go, part 2 of the Tesla trip to the Alps. Let's just say goodbye to the mountains one last time. It's been an amazing trip. That is beautiful. We've just had an extra day skiing because we drove down, so we were able to just quite happily stay for an extra day. But we're going to see how we're doing. I think last time I looked, there's about 62% left on the battery. And I want to see how much it's going to put in going down the hill. Hopefully, we've got the trip planned this time. We're going to spend about 4 hours getting up to a place called Burn. We stopped there on the way down. There's a supercharger. Going to stay in a cheap hotel. And then we're going to do the rest of the trip tomorrow, going up to the Channel Tunnel for around 8 o'clock, I think. So hopefully, plenty of time. Should be more relaxed, well rested, and it should all be very simple. We'll see. But let's see how much we put in going down the hill. This will be quite interesting. You're right, 62% left. And I've asked it to go to Bern, France, and it put in one stop, but I've actually want to stop at the supercharger that's quite nearby, about 29 miles away. So I've added that as a stop. But yeah, it's 62%. See what we get down the hill. And see how we get on. I have to say, this is one of the most beautiful drives that I've seen anywhere in the world. The descent from the Alps as the sun is setting is just incredible. The sort of the sunlight is just glinting at the top of the mountains, the snow as you descend. It's incredible. Highly recommend it. Supercharging back where we finished supercharging last time. Just on the, well, about 29 miles from the resort. So, coming down the mountain, we had a bit of a wager. I think I said 3%. I think my eldest son said 4%.
Are we allowed some of our rock sweets, or do we wait?
What percentage did you think you were having? What percentage did you go for?
Fifth.
Were you 4%?
I was 3.
No, you weren't. You were 4%.
I was 3. You
no,
were 4.
no.
You lied.
Anyway.
You lied.
Oh, you're dead.
You lied.
Yeah.
No.
Don't crash my car.
It was 3. You lied so you could win.
What?
Box sweets.
Yeah, sorry, you have 1 or 2? Couple. Oh, sake. And my second son said 14% we'd put into the battery as we came down the mountain. Well, I can report we put nothing in. Well, we didn't use anything either, so we started with 62%. We got to the bottom of the mountain, which is good. I think it's 5 to 10 miles, something like that, with 62% left. What?
I can't believe you're so petty you would lie to beat an 11-year-old child.
You're 12.
Damn it.
So we had a couple of times on the way out where they had playing this. What's this game called?
Cat Quest.
Cat Quest. And it black screened my car, which is always very exciting.
It did that twice, actually.
It did it twice, I know. Once on the actual Channel Tunnel. So I was a bit worried that we were going to create a national incident getting off the Channel Tunnel because it just black screened. But two finger reset, and it seemed to come back to life eventually. Quick pit stop near Chambry. Funnily enough, we stopped briefly at a service station, or services on the autoroute to check my ski rack because I had noticed at the previous supercharger that one of the sucky things had showing a bit of white, indicating it needed just charging up. So I thought I'd stop again. And the particular service station I stopped at, superchargers. And it's Mackie D's that we stopped at to recharge ourselves. Superchargers. So I just think there's superchargers everywhere. That'd be nice if you could actually select superchargers that actually gave you some facilities rather than ones in the middle of nowhere. That'd be good to be added to the navigation. It'd also be good if you could have superchargers or select how much range you want to have left when you got to your destination. I don't think that's possible yet. I'm sure it'll be coming. But yeah, good stuff. Almost a carbon copy of the journey down. Here we are in Lyon again, at the version 3 supercharger. Very nice. Ride with 21%. Take me up to whatever it's going to take me up to. Really in the hands of the sat nav now that avoid tolls is well and truly switched off. So auto routes, péage, it's all good. And yeah, looking to get to the hotel about midnight. Of course, the best thing about charging this time of night in France is it's free. It's got all their nuclear power stations that need to get rid of their electrons. Lovely jubbly. Again, reverse of the trip down seems to be working very well. I can go and enjoy the plethora of facilities. Oh, that's right, there aren't any. If I'm lucky, I'll probably get a Waz in the Mercure, but I don't know. I'll hang on for our hotel. We've gone to an Ibis budget, which is 2 minutes down the road, half the price of Mercure. So we'll do some supercharging and head there. It's about midnight now. So yeah. Lyon to here. Obviously, I would rather we had done 70 odd miles an hour, but it's the auto routes and you can legally do 130 kilometers an hour. So we put our foot down. Yeah, sure, the watt hours per mile headed up towards kind of 380, 390. So what? If it means an extra 5 minutes on the supercharger, so be it. My 2 children are asleep. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the Jean-Michel Jarre marathon we're currently experiencing since coming out of the Alps. Just finished concerts in China and we're on to Zuluk, and it will continue tomorrow. But no, it's been a good journey so far. It's worked. The smugometer is at a solid 11 due to the fact that we are charging at night and therefore it is free. And that's just amazing. We're doing the right thing. We're keeping the Alps in shape as well as everything else. And yet we're doing it for free, which is just crazy. I'm driving past petrol stations where they're saying it's €2 for a litre of diesel. And yet, it's a no-brainer. I've just got to break the news to the wife that the Spanish holiday she covets in the summer might have to be done in an electric vehicle. She ain't going to be pleased. Could be a different experience. The Ioniq 5 is on the way. Maybe Tesla would open up some superchargers by then on that route, but we'll see. It's a very dark time in Europe this week. I know this is not relevant to electric vehicles, but it sort of is, actually. Because this is the week that obviously Russia invaded Ukraine. So it feels kind of frivolous to be talking about EVs and to be talking about skiing and things like that on such a week. And it's really troubled me. But we have a Russia that is selling natural gas to Europe in great quantities. And a lot of that gas is used for electricity production. It's great in France because a lot of their electricity comes from nuclear power. But in the UK, we generate a lot of our electricity from gas, not so much Russian gas. So actually it may be a catalyst to wean us off that type of fuel for electricity and for other things, and certainly to move us away from fossil fuels. But it's felt a bit frivolous to talk about such things. But then I thought, no, actually it's not, because it is our way of life and it's what we're trying to preserve. Doing things like skiing is our way of life. Doing things like driving around the continent in electric vehicles is our way of life. And certain countries seem to be in the dark ages and part of a Cold War era. And I grew up in the 80s. I know what it was like to fear a nuclear attack, because that's what it was back then. And we've left that behind, or at least we thought we had. So thoughts certainly go out to those in Ukraine who are fighting for those freedoms, and jolly good luck to them, and let's hope it all resolves soon. Anyway, to bed. Morning. Bern in mid-France, south of Dijon, north of Lyon, 10 o'clock, about 90% battery, and we're getting on the road. Let's see where we get to. I don't think so, Tesla. Not while I'm in the middle of France. Let's go to Eurotunnel, please. And what we got? Supercharger, and then supercharger at the Eurotunnel. And we'll be there 5:31. Great if we are. Nice and early. Right, let's go. So the tour of crazy French service stations continues. Superchargers here, and I got the last one. We've just done last stint. It's about an hour of driving. We've gone from 86% down to 26%. At certain times, 480 watt hours per mile. And then right at the end, just checked, and it's about 300 something watt hours per mile. So whether you just need the battery warmed up in that first hour of driving, it's just very inefficient in the first stage, but stopping every hour. And this is the other problem, is that you're not using the full range of the battery, because obviously you don't charge it to the top and you don't empty it to the bottom. And so you're always going to be occupying that middle kind of 150 miles. And you're just going to be stopping a lot. Now, I've travelled at the speed limit, so 130 kilometres an hour. We know that Teslas don't like that. But I would rather travel at the speed limit and charge more. At the moment, I feel like I want to make more time on the road and stop for longer and rest. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, it's saying we'll get to Eurotunnel, I don't know, 5:45, about an hour and a half in hand. So we'll see if that's actually the case, rather than a 34-hour journey down. Just left Supercharger, spent about 35 minutes getting back up to kind of 85%. So a big charge for about an hour's worth of driving. Now, initially it was saying it's going to take us to a supercharger, 150 kilowatt, only 6 stalls at the south of Reims, but I knew there was a version 3 there. And what I've done, I've slowed down to 75 miles an hour, and I've kind of forced it to do the navigation again, and it's kind of rewarding me and saying, well, if I'm good and carry on driving carefully, it will take me to the version 3 supercharger in Reims, which is 250 kilowatts. So that means we should charge quicker and we should get to our destination quicker. And actually, the time that we're going to arrive at the Eurotunnel terminal has come down by about 10 minutes by me driving 10 miles an hour slower. So we'll see if this continues. But it's really just so difficult when you're on a French autoroute to drive slower to get to a destination quicker. But that's what it is. Let's see if it works. In fact, it's currently saying it's gone up to 12%. It's saying it was going to get me there with 8%, but now it's gone up to 12%. So obviously, it thinks if I carry on like this, then we should be good. The Tesla gods have rewarded us, and we have made it to Reims version 3 Supercharger. However, we've got an additional problem.
My shoe isn't on.
What? The problem is that we seem to be at a supercharger that has a smattering of facilities. So there's a McDonald's, obviously, and there's a Carrefour supermarket over the road. But actually, the McDonald's is what's got their attention. However, we're on a version 3 supercharger. I just don't know if we're going to have time to get over to the McDonald's, get some food, and get back in time to get off the supercharger. So, yes, a little bit of jeopardy, a little bit of excitement. Come on, cross the road.
So deep.
You're not a car. Oh God! Wish me luck. Fed
Deluxe bag.
and a deluxe bag.
Yeah.
Oh, the French are so weird sometimes. Got your bag
With a phone.
with a phone in.
Yeah, boy.
The kids are fed. Just checked, about 95% charge. So a little bit of jeopardy. We've got to get back. We don't want to get charged for overstaying our welcome at a supercharger. But we just managed to get our food and our bags. I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway. What?
The deluxe.
Deluxe, apparently.
What it says on them.
Should we go back on the road?
We.
What? You ready?
We.
We.
Getting one.
We. Right.
We.
Right. 98%, not bad. And he's just gone to have a wee in the bushes because he couldn't navigate to the toilet in McDonald's. So he's using the normal Tesla facilities. And off we go. The sat-nav, having charged up to 98%, has now decided we're going all the way to the Channel Tunnel in one hit without charging again. And we're going to get there about 23 minutes ahead of when we were going to get there. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why not leave us on that charger and calculate that itself? But because we wanted a McDonald's, we're now going to get to our destination earlier. All very strange, but good. It's good. We're on our way. Got to Calais actually about half an hour ahead of where we were going to get. So about 10 to 5 instead of about 25 past 5. So slow down and you speed up, which is just crazily bonkers. But anyway, we're here, we're supercharging, we're well early for the train, so we can get across the, hopefully get an early train, fully brimmed. Worked out really well. Kids just playing Cuphead in the car at the moment, quite happily. Don't moan at all about supercharging, so it gives us an opportunity to play games. Well done, Elon Musk, well done. So there it is, we're at Rugby. Had to feed the Rugrats. The Tesla sat-nav doesn't seem to understand that the channel is something you don't drive under. So it initially wanted me to charge at Maidstone, but it pushed on all the way from Calais to Rugby, and it trusted me to get here with initially 8% left, but we got here with 10. And, version 3 superchargers, grab a sandwich, ready to go home, got charged for tomorrow. Normal service resumed on the range on the thick traffic of the UK. We're doing kind of 260 watt hours per mile, probably because it's all kind of 70, roadworks at 60, and traffic brings it down to 50, 60. That the speed really makes a difference. But the auto route's nice and clear. You just want to get going. But there we are. I think we're just about there. I think that's the conclusion. Keep your speed down. No, you can't slide over the front. No, because you're not Starsky and Hutch.
What does that mean?
Oh, God's sake. Where's he gone? Oh, he's checking out the inferior Chargers in his opinion. He much prefers the Teslas. What?
That.
Okay, well, say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yep, we've got what? I know. It's disappointing, isn't it? Should we go home?
Are you putting this on Twitch for old people?
Twitch for old people?
Yeah.
Maybe YouTube.
Are you talking about Facebook?
No, YouTube.
You think you could do YouTube?
I'll probably pop it on YouTube, yes.
No!
Yes. Right, okay. There we are. See you later. Cheers.